Hey, Glovelies, and welcome to Glove Actually. I'm Courtney.
I'm Hallie.
And I'm Melissa.
And this week we have lots to talk about. We are going to talk all about walk-up songs. And as always, if there's anything you guys want us to cover and talk about here on the podcast, be sure to leave it in the comments. So, ladies, let's kick things off with our MLB Pookies of the Week. Melissa, who's your Pookie of the Week?
So mine this week is Cade Povich. I don't know if everybody saw, but I think Cade could use a little love after his weekend. Cade did not have a good game the other night against the Astros, and some jerk ass of a fan, I'm using quotation marks, decided to send a message to his wife on Instagram and threaten her.
Like, genuinely, I think one of the most hateful, vile messages I've ever seen.
It was horrendous. Like, I'm not even going to repeat it, but it was awful. And, I felt bad for Cade. I felt bad for his family, and especially his wife. I'm sure he's not the only player catching that same crap, or our players' families catching that same crap. But I want to give Cade props for speaking up and saying something, because people really do need to be aware that it's just some of the content that people post and the hateful comments that they say when there's a bad game. It's ridiculous. Like, all these players are people too. They're going to have good days. They're going to have bad days, and just get over it. If you're that invested in somebody's performance in a baseball game, then you kind of need to get a life. But anyways, I'm giving Cade props. Good for you, Cade, for speaking up.
Yes, 1000% deserved. Hallie, who's your Pookie of the Week?
My Pookie this week, in a little lighthearted moment, is DJ Kitty, one of the official mascots for the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. It's been a second since DJ Kitty won the mascot race, so I am hoping for a DJ Kitty victory soon.
You're always hoping for a DJ Kitty victory. That's your secret.
That's not true. Sometimes I do cheer for Stinger.
Never for Raymond, though.
Well, I mean, I'll cheer for Raymond too. I'm always cheering for Raymond. I cheer for them all. But I do think it's time for a DJ Kitty win. It very well could be that DJ Kitty has won a mascot race recently, and I just haven't seen it, but I would like to see it.
Amazing. I love that. So my Pookie of the Week for this week is going to be Ramon Laureano, who has been absolutely killing it with the Padres. And before he and Rhino Hearn were moved, he was a huge contributor to the Orioles offense. He's a great defensive player. He robs so many home runs. And before they both got moved, I honestly thought it was going to be between the two of them for a 2025 Orioles team MVP, because they were both such huge contributors this season. So now with them being in San Diego, it's really up for grabs. As far as the Orioles are concerned, there have been a lot of other really bright spots for them. And obviously the Padres, there's a lot going on there. There's, tons of contributions both on the offense and the defense. And I was going to say, from a pitching perspective as well, they have some really, really great pitching depth, not only in their starting rotation, but also in the bullpen. So good on San Diego. I never really thought I would be a Padres fan until I was forced to be a Padres fan. So now I'm a Padres fan.
Cool. I totally agree. I miss Ramon Laureano. I think he was the best addition to the Orioles. All the people that Michael Elias brought in this season.
Yeah,
Laureano was the best one that he brought in.
Yeah,
he's really fun to cheer for.
For sure. Absolutely.
And he kind of cracks me up when he loses his temper too.
Okay, Glovelies. Well, we want to hear from you. Who is your Pookie of the Week this week? Let us know down in the comments. All right, let's get into our top 5 of the week. So we are going to talk all about walk-up songs this week. And this week, we did some research and we each picked out our top 5 walk-up songs. And then I would actually love for us to chat about what our walk-up song would be if we were playing Major League Baseball. But first, I'd like to shout out walkupdb.com. We are not sponsored, but we just happened upon this website when we were doing our research for this week's episode. Walkupdb.com. You can find your favorite team and player's walk-up song, and it's updated regularly. So shout out walkupdb.com. Again, not sponsored. We just love them. So who wants to start with their number 5?
I would love to start with my number 5 pick. The song is Pony by Genuine.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes.
And exactly one player is currently using Pony as their walk-up song, and that's Adam Frazier of the Kansas City Royals. Pony is just such a wonderful song, and it really like speaks to my heart.
That's
and
like a vibes song.
Yeah,
Oh
like
there's nothing wrong with Pony. Absolutely nothing wrong. It's a great
no,
song. I didn't even see it.
And in fact, there's everything right with Pony.
Oh,
1000%.
I'm not gonna lie, I had a hard time because there were so many good songs.
Me too.
And I am definitely a fan of the 90s hip hop. My number 5 was Hunter Biggie, Tampa Bay Rays, Notorious Thugs. That takes me right back. I still remember driving around in my boyfriend's car, listening to that song.
I love that. That's such a good one. Again, very vibey. So, and I feel like that's like the key to a good walk-up song is that it has to have the right vibe. It has to like get you in the right mindset when you're, walking up to bat. So for my number 5, I went with Edge of 17 by Stevie Nicks. It is currently utilized by 5 different current MLB players, including Brent Rooker from the Athletics, who I love. We love Brent Rooker. I just think that like opening guitar riff, that's like instantly recognizable. That's another thing. It has to be like a very instantly recognizable to make it truly iconic, in my opinion. So Edge of 17 has my number 5 pick.
I love it. They also play Edge of 17 right before they announce the lineup for the Orioles every game, too.
Yes, they do.
My number 4 pick, it is the walk-up song of Sir Anthony Dominguez of the now Toronto Blue Jays. And his song is Hips Don't Lie by Shakira.
I love it so much. Was he using that when he was on the Orioles?
I think
don't
so.
know.
I was going to say, you've seen him pitch in person, but you've never seen him pitch in person at Camden Yards, which is where they would use his walk-up song.
Yeah.
You're so right.
Yeah, you've only seen him pitch as an opponent.
Yeah.
Which
I know the whole point of the walk-up song is to get the player amped and ready, and that's why they're playing it at the home games. But can I tell you, when I was going through some of these other teams' songs, I was like, can I hear their songs too? Like,
please. Oh my God, wait, hold on. Hallie, you have to tell everybody what you think about playing the opposing team's walk-up song.
Hallie's like,
okay, yeah. So I like had this. I think this was an intrusive thought that I did release into the ether, but I think it would be really funny if whoever runs the soundboards for the baseball games would, when the opposing team, when the visitors are coming up, their walk-up song would get played, but like the chipmunk version.
Oh, that could be very
Those chipmunks do be hitting those harmonies.
I'm just looking at my list and just thinking what that would sound like with some of these. And
oh my God.
Like, for example, my number 4 is Joe Adele from the Angels, Keep Their Heads Ringing. A chipmunk version of that would be iconic.
So stupid. I love it.
I'm looking at all of mine and I'm trying to picture the chipmunk version now.
Oh my God, the chipmunk singing Pony, forget it.
Wait, no. Okay, the chipmunk singing. Okay, my number 4. Think about the chipmunk singing Cal Raleigh's walk-up song, which is "Baby Got Back" by Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Pretty sure one of these recent chipmunk movies have had that song.
Oh, well, also people just used to like make chipmunk covers. Like, it's a pretty easy like audio engineering trick to do. So I think it was all of them just sped up, like, and so like all the songs are only like a minute long, but it's because they have to be.
All right, Hallie, what's your number 3?
My number 3 is a song that's very special to my heart. It is Tyler O'Neill's previous walk-up song, Hold Me Closer, the Britney Spears cover of Tiny Dancer by Elton John.
Hell yeah.
I don't think it's his current song. I was selecting based on like, this is an artist I like, who has a song by them, and I love that cover. And I saw that I think it might be an inactive of his, but he should bring it back. He should bring it back because I said so.
Yeah, I don't think he's using that one now. I can't remember what it is because.
Well, you should go back to it.
I think it's a Kendrick Lamar song because half the the players
Yes.
of the Orioles have Kendrick Lamar songs. All right, Melissa, what's your number three?
My number 3, when I was scrolling through and I saw this, I was like, holy cow. Again, take me back to high school. I cannot believe somebody's actually using it, but I love it. And it was Anthony Banda from the Dodgers, Bitty Bitty Bomb Bomb by Selena.
Oh, hell yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, I love that somebody's using that song. So great.
Absolutely. Mine is, again, this is a song that's used by a couple different players, but Jake Mangum from the Tampa Bay Rays has Your Love by the Outfield as his walk-up song.
Mhm.
And that's another one where, like, as soon as it starts, I think somebody from the Padres also uses it, because as soon as it starts, everybody just like starts singing. Jose's on a vacation for a-" Okay, we got it. I got to stop before we get
Copyright claims.
is gonna and ASCAP are gonna come for me. But yeah, that's definitely one. And the fact that it's by a band called The Outfield, that's
Very festive.
Okay, we're up to number 2, so we're getting into like elite status here.
My number 2, Everybody, Backstreet's Back, which is no longer his walk-up song, but Jose Fairman of the St. Louis Cardinals was using it at one time. And I think he should bring it back because Backstreet's back. All right.
It is. I saw that too, and I was like, oh, I almost made my list. Almost.
I feel like that definitely speaks to the millennial in all of us. Because that was a very formative song for us growing up.
Oh, it changed my brain chemistry as a child.
1000%.
I was making up my own choreography to it with my friends in the backyard. Like,
oh, I wasn't making up my own choreography. I would watch the music video and then I would do the Backstreet Boys choreography, which also that song has an elite music video.
Oh, yeah.
It really does.
Oh my gosh. They're all like the classic movie monsters.
Mm-hmm.
So good. 1000%. Oh my God. Melissa, what's your number 2?
Okay. This is probably no surprise. I got to bring him in. I know multiple people use it, but I miss hearing this. I miss Ryan O'Hearn's Stranglehold when I go to the games. It feels like the games are not complete without hearing that song.
You know what? That's so real. It did not make my top 5. I'm so sorry, Ryan.
Yeah.
I love you, but it did not make my top 5. I love it. I love Ted Nugent, and the guitar riff again at the beginning, very iconic, instantly recognizable. It doesn't hype me up as much as I want it to. I need it to go a little bit harder, but 1000% valid. My number 2 I saw your number 1, Melissa. It's Gunnar Henderson's walk-up song, which is The Sweet Escape by Gwen Stefani. And there are a couple other players in the league who also use it, but for us,
it's different.
That is Gunnar Henderson's
That
song.
is Gunnar Henderson. Yes, that is my number 1.
And there are so few songs that when they stop playing, everyone is still singing.
Yes.
But like everyone sings when that comes up, and it's always the woo.
Oh yeah. It cracks me up. Like, we'll have the game on in my house and my son won't even be paying attention to the TV. He'll be like playing with Legos or something and not even focusing. And then the song comes on. He's like, oh, Gunna's hitting.
Yep.
It's like, yep.
That's exactly right.
Yep.
So now we're all to our number 1 picks. So Melissa, I'm so sorry. I know I kind of I spoiled yours.
Nope.
I was gonna say no.
I'm good. It's Gunnar. Sweet Escape. There's no better song for me than hearing Gunnar walk up to Sweet Escape.
Well, I will disagree because there is a better walk-up song, in my opinion, than Sweet Escape. It is 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton.
Whose walk-up song is that? Terry Crews?
I was like,
no. It's a player on the Milwaukee Brewers named Christian Yelich.
Oh, Christian Yelich. I love him.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Well, shout out Christian Yelich, making my girl feel seen over here.
Mm-hmm.
My number 1 is La Leche Materna by El Alfa, which is the walk-up song of Kike Hernandez from the Los Angeles Dodgers. And it's the middle section. It's where it goes like Kike, 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 Kike.
Nice.
And there is no other player who has that kind of aura walking up to the plate, solely for the fact that you hear his name in the middle of the song.
It's very festive, yeah.
It's so good. I love it.
I love
So
it.
shout out Kike Hernandez. He's very baby girl.
They were just, it was hard to pick some of these songs. I was
I
going
have so
through-
many honorable mentions.
Yes, same here. I
I was like, I have to stop putting the Orioles on there. So I only included one Oriole. I let Gunnar have it. So, but my honorable mentions were Ryan Mountcastle, who has Dear Maria Count Me In by All Time Low.
Mhm.
Someone else in the league also uses it, but I think only people from Baltimore should be allowed to use it because All Time Low are from Baltimore. So hands off my All Time Low. Personally, my other honorable mention, my baby Heston Kerstad. His walk-up song is Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy by
Yep.
One of my favorite honorable mentions is no longer his walk-up song, but I think it should be again. But Colton Cowser used Milkshake for a while.
He
Helen.
did.
And The Boys Are Waiting.
I feel like I was going through, I wanted to see the Rockies play now at home because some of their walk-up songs, I saw Square Dance by Eminem. I got 5 on It by Lunas. I was like,
Oh,
my
yeah.
God, I want to go to one of their games now just to hear their walk-up songs.
There's a lot. You know what? I think the number one most played artist in all of MLB right now, I don't know. It might be a tie, but I would like to see the numbers on this. It's either got to be Bad Bunny or Kendrick Lamar.
I think it's Bad Bunny is the Sad Eye song, which well-deserved.
Yeah, no, honestly, Bad Bunny's having an amazing year. Did you guys watch Happy Gilmore too?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Oh my God. It's so good. Shout out Bad Bunny.
And all the cameos. Oh my God, I love it.
And there's one more song I want to honorable mention before we're all done. This is also no longer his walk-up song, but Austin Slater of the Yankees at one time was using Copacabana by Barry
Manilow.
Oh my God.
And I think that's so funny and silly. And I think
that is very silly.
That's kind of what I was noticing when I was going through all the songs, because I went through when I was doing this, because the only ones I know like well and like players that are like ingrained in my brain what their walk-up songs are the Rays, because they're whose home games I go to the most often. So as I was going through artist by artist, the trends I was noticing were people are either picking songs that are very like I'm sure very like affirming to their masculinity and like how they view themselves as a baseball player, or people were very silly.
That's so valid. That assessment 1000% valid.
And you know what? I think both of those thought processes are like good, and I think that tells you a lot about how they view themselves as a player. And I think that is something pop psychology should take a look at and analyze for me, because I think it's the walk-up song to how you present yourself as a man or as a player should be studied. I think that's interesting.
That is so interesting.
I
mean, speaking of which, I know I'd said I wanted to talk about, what would your walk-up song be if you were playing in the league? So, I mean, let's hit that real quick. Like, what do you guys think you would do? Would you want something that's going to hype you up, or would you want something that's, going to make the fans go crazy?
So I think about this a lot. I'm not going to lie. Probably more than I should.
Me too.
You play sports for shit. But for me, one, it's got to be something that has a bass drop, because I love songs that have a really good bass drop. I feel like that hypes you up. The other thing is that I've kind of like considered is for me, the song would probably, because I'm so obsessive about books too, it would probably be a song from one of my book playlists that has been in a book. So it kind of, brings out, that's part of my personality too. So I've struggled a little bit with this, but I feel like the one I would go with right now would be Billie Eilish, You Should See Me in a Crown.
Ooh, that's a really good one.
That's a sexy one.
And that hits right away. Like that bass drop hits.
Yeah.
I think I would really like that one.
What about you, Hallie?
So there are 3 that I've been having a lot of trouble picking between, because they all are a different point of view of what is the purpose of the walk-up song. Unfortunately, none of mine are like big sing-along kind of songs, but I think they all have a very specific point of view in like the pop culture zeitgeist. So the one that comes to mind immediately for me is CPR by Cupcake.
Oh my God. I'm not joking when I tell you. So for those of you who don't know, I run a fan account for Ryan O'Hearn on Instagram. And I think the first week that I was running this account, I put up a poll and I was like, if you had a walk-up song, what would it be?
I remember.
Here comes Hallie. She goes, CPR by Cupcake. And I was trying to share as many responses as I could. There was not one 10-second clip of this song that I could share that didn't have like the nastiest profanity I've ever heard in my life.
I love it.
I think it's a really good song, and I really like her artistic point of view. The other two are a little bit, well, one of them, I will be shocked if anybody is like familiar enough with this to like be like, oh yeah, totally. One of my favorite shows is Twin Peaks, and David Lynch, the creator and director, utilized a lot of music by an artist named Julie Cruz, but she did a song for the show called Falling, and it's just so like vibey and atmospheric, and it's actually very sad. It would not be a very good walk-up song, but I would want it to use my walk-up song time as a way to force a captive audience to appreciate the things I like. And the third one is Daytona Sands by Orville Peck. I think that one's really fun.
That's a fun choice.
What? Yeah.
I love that.
Sorry to have so many, but also I think about this a lot.
No,
I
I had a couple of others too.
Those are all things that truly represent you. So
They don't all have to be happy either. Someone had the Halloween theme song.
I saw that. I'm like, do you need help?
Yes. Like, what's wrong with you?
I don't know who that was. Now I know this is going to come as a surprise to 0 people. If I had a walk-up song, it would be a Taylor Swift song.
Taylor Swift, right?
Wait. Can we guess which one?
Oh, I like that.
So I have a couple that I would really like to use, but I think I have one that I would pick that it's definitely a bop. A ton of people know it. It's gotten a lot of play, so it's not like super underground or anything. So I think you could probably guess it if you tried.
Older or newer?
I would say it's old-ish. It's like from the middle of her career.
I when I think about what your walk-up song would be, you have many favorite songs.
I do.
However, I think Cruel Summer when I think of you for walk-up songs.
That's so valid.
Yeah, and as soon as you were describing what you chose, I'm like, it's not Cruel Summer, but it should be.
Listen, okay, if we had a top 3, I think Cruel Summer would be number 3. I think number 2 would probably be Ready for It.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I was gonna go with. I was ready for it.
My number 1 pick though would be Style.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is your favorite album.
That's the song that like when we're driving down the street, I'm like, give me this song as an IV and inject it into my veins. Mm-hmm. Have I not said that?
Yeah, you have said that many times. Almost every time we're in the car together.
Yeah. And so rumor has it that her new album, The Life of a Showgirl, out October 3rd. Shout out Taylor Swift. My favorite Taylor Swift album is 1989, which was primarily produced by Taylor Swift, Max Martin, and Shellback. Her albums, like starting with Reputation, she started collaborating a lot more with Jack Antonoff and Aaron Dessner, but her new album is going to be another Max Martin Shellback album.
Ooh.
So we're going to get pop bangers.
Yes, because 1989 definitely has most of my favorites for sure.
Yeah.
I still remember the first time I heard Blank Space. I was like,
that's Travis Kelce's favorite Taylor Swift song. Fun fact. Shout out Travis Kelce. Travis Swift. Oh my God. Okay. So now that we've hit our top 5, we've talked about our own walk-up songs. Melissa, are you ready to do recommended?
Oh, I'm ready for this. This one,
okay, period.
This one hit me as soon as I woke up this morning. I was like, what book do I want to talk about? Wait, we're talking about walk-up songs. So we're going to take a detour from sports romance and we're going to talk rock star romance tonight.
I love it.
Are you ready for it? You see how I circled that back around? Okay.
I love it.
All right. So, this week we're going to talk about my favorite author of all time, Kate Stewart. Have you guys ever read Kate Stewart?
No, this is brand new to me. I was going to say I've only read a couple of romance novels. I've got a few under my belt, but all of the ones that you've kind of showed me so far are all things I have no idea about. So I'm always excited to hear about what you're going to tell us about.
Oh Yeah. Okay. So Kate Stewart she's very popular right now for, I don't know if you guys have heard of the Ravenhood series.
Yes.
Okay. So her books, I'm not going to lie, have pretty much become part of my identity. Like this book right here that we're about to talk about on my shirt. Okay. This is how much I love this book. This book or these two books are my favorite books of all time. Not as popular as her Ravenhood series, but it should be. Okay. I honestly think it's better. So it's called The Bittersweet Symphony Duet. It's 2 books. The first book is Drive, and the second book is Reverse. I'm going to give you more information on Drive since it is the first book. So for this book, it is like a love triangle. It's rock star romance. You've got the second chance trope, and it's a lot about coming into your own and kind of evolving as you mature and you go through different relationships. The main character is Stella. The way this book begins is she moves to Austin, Texas. Her goal is to become a famous music critic. So she's getting ready to start school at University of Texas. She moves in with her sister, and she meets her sister's best friend, Reed. And Reed is basically like, he works as a waiter, also is a drummer in a local band. He sends money home to his parents because can't really support themselves. So he's basically supporting his parents. Have this interaction with this guy named Reed. He's the rock star. Along the way, she also meets my number 1 book boyfriend of all time, Nate Butler. Nate actually runs a newspaper in Austin. So he ends up hiring Stella to be a music critic for his newspaper. You kind of get this love triangle between her and Reed, her and Nate. Both MMCs are amazing. The whole time you're wondering, who is she going to end up with? It has some classic one-liners in this book. But what I love about this book, speaking of walk-up songs, every single chapter has its own walk-up song.
Oh my God.
Yes. So you start the chapter and there's a song at the beginning of the chapter, and either the song is mentioned in the chapter or it is relevant in some way to what's happening in the chapter.
I love when authors do that. There's a baseball romance that I read, and it has like the whole playlist at the beginning. And whenever you see a song come up, I'm just like, oh, that was on the playlist.
Yes. But I mean, she does it chapter by chapter. And the whole thing, like, and what Stella kind of says is, music is the librarian of your life. Like, as you go through life and you experience things, you end up attributing certain songs to certain moments of your life. And that basically becomes the playlist of your life. The book also takes place back in 2006. So some of the songs that are mentioned are older songs, like the very first chapter, Mr. Brightside.
I was literally just about to say that.
Very first chapter, Mr. Brightside.
Oh.
And immediately that hit home for me because that song in the library of my life is a very important song because it came out at a time where I was really wanted to be with something.
That is some Conrad Fisher level yearning.
Yes, I will say this. The first time you read Drive, it's a great book. It's a great book. However, it might be like, I think the first time I read it, and this is series I read at least once a year. I gave it 4 stars. Like it's really, really good. Is it the best book you've ever read? No. However, she put this book out Drive came out, I think, in 2018. So a couple of years ago, she released Reverse. Okay, so Reverse is the sequel to Drive. I'm not going to give you a whole lot of information on Reverse because Reverse is a book you should go into blind. Do not read the synopsis for it. You read Drive first and you go right into Reverse. Don't read the synopsis because you'll spoil it for yourself. It is also Rockstar, Romeo and Juliet, and it is insta-love. So again, the first book is Love Triangle. So she's going to end up with one guy and the other guy is not going to, make the cut. In the second book, it is the child of the person that she ends up with and her, Stella and whoever she picks, Reed or Nate, and then the daughter of the person who doesn't get picked. And then they end up meeting. But don't read the synopsis because it's going to tell you the end of Drive. So don't read
God.
the synopsis. But the playlists that are tied to reverse the chapter for each chapter, it is unbelievable. I have not met a single person who has not given reverse 5 stars. That playlist is, if you have to read the chapter, listen to the song. It is not just like, you're not just reading an awesome book, you are experiencing the book. So I did mention it is a duet, so Drive, reverse. But for those of you that are into epilogues, I know not everyone appreciates an epilogue. Some people just want the story to end and they don't need the epilogue. If you are somebody who loves the epilogues, there is an extended one. It's basically a novella. It is called Bittersweet Melody. You don't need it to read it to get the rest of the story. However, it does tie both books up in a nice little bow. So, and if you need more of the characters like me, and I still am begging Kate Stewart to write more of these characters because I feel like there is one story that has not been told and I would love it so much. Actually, Kate Stewart, if you're listening to me, I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but you know who I'm talking about. Please give me that story because my life is not complete without knowing the background of what happens with this one character. So if you guys are like me and you can't get enough of these characters and you just need more, hit up that extended epilogue. It's called Bittersweet Melody.
Perfect.
And if you do end up reading it, chapter 19 will prove my point. Both books are spicy, but reverse is like next level. I cannot talk these books up enough. I love them so much, but you guys should definitely check it out. Again, sorry, it's not so much baseball. However, Rockstar and each chapter, you get a walk-up song.
I love that. These are such great recommendations. And please, if you have any questions about our recommendations, Melissa, where can they find you to ask any questions or make recommendations of their own?
I am on Instagram and I have Facebook, no_regrets_reader. Hit me up. And if you have recommendations for me, please give them to me. I love recommendations. My TBR is horrendously long, but I will get there and read it.
Perfect. Amazing. All right, Melissa, that was amazing. As always, thank you so much. You make the best recommendations. And that'll do it for this episode of Glove Actually. So thank you so much for joining us, Glovelies. Hallie, what are you looking most forward to this week in the world of baseball?
Well, who I hope has the most fun this week is Stinger. I feel like he did not get enough love during my Pookie intro for DJ Kitty. So Stinger, if you're out there, I hope you have a fun week at work.
Raymond, if you're listening, Hallie still hates you. She loves
get
DJ
wrecked.
Kitty. And she loves Stinger, but apparently Raymond can get wrecked. Raymond, I love you if you're listening. Melissa, what are you looking forward to? Who do you hope has fun this week?
So I am pretty sure our boys, the Orioles, are going to be in San Francisco this upcoming weekend, which means they are probably going to get hit by Trevor Terps. So
Woof.
I hope whoever is out in left field
At the mercy of Trevor Chirps.
has fun getting roasted by Trevor Terps.
Shout out Trevor Chirps. If you're listening, Trevor, we love you. Come on the pod and chat with us. This week, you know what? He actually just got re-added to the roster for the Orioles. I hope Emmanuel Rivera has fun this week.
Yes.
I'm so glad to see his thick and juicy beard back on the roster. So shout out Emmanuel Rivera. I hope he has fun this week. And you know what? I hope Brandon Young has fun this week. The poor kid is like closing the season on the IL with a hamstring strain. So shout out Brandon Young. I hope you have fun this week. All right. Well, this has been Glove Actually. I'm Courtney.
I'm Hallie.
And I'm Melissa.
I hope you have a great week, everybody. As always, be kind, keep it cute, and stay glovely.
Stay lovely.